Hello, my name's Tobin Penner and I'm going to be showing you how to edit your ChickTime pages on the ChickTime website. So when you're set up with a chapter, you should have an established chapter that you can find in this list or on the full menu list. I'm working with the Canyon Lake page and I'm here and I'm on the About Canyon Lake page that I want to edit. When your site is set up, you should have some options here, chapter links that are specific to your chapter. So we've got the news page, got the about our chapter page, meet the leaders, etc. I'm going to edit the about our chapter page, and I'm here already, so we've got some text, a video, and an image that I'm going to show you how to edit. But before you can edit, you need to log in to WordPress, which is what the site is built on. So I'll log out and show you how to log in. So in order to edit, open up a new tab or window and go to chicktime.com/wp-admin. chicktime.com/wp-admin. And when you're there, you're going to see this. Enter your username and password that you should have been given. And click login. And when you're logged in, you're in the dashboard. And everything you need to know is on the left-hand side in this black area here. What we're mainly concerned about are pages and posts. Pages are just the pages. Like most of the stuff on the website is pages. Posts, those are blog related. And there's a small difference between pages and posts. But basically, posts are a bunch of different small notes on one page, but all separate. So often in blogs, you'll scroll down the blog and see many different posts, but they're all essentially on the same page. So that's what those are. Pages are just pages, like a regular page on the internet, like our page that we want to edit. So I'm going to get back to my Canyon Lake page, which is Texas Canyon Lake. There it is. All right. So Canyon Lake, and I'm going to start with editing the About Our chapter because it's a little bit more simple than the Canyon Lake news, the news page. All right. So I want to edit this. What I could do is go to pages and find the page, but that might take a while because there are a lot of pages. You can click on any of these, but you just look for the title. It's gonna take too long. Basically, I don't recommend this way. So the other way that you can do is you can search for your page in here. So I can type in about, what is it called? It's called About ChickTime Canyon Lake, About Our chapter. Canyon Lake. Well, see, it's already confusing. So I can do it that way. I might be able to find it. I'm not going to worry about it. What I am going to do is I'm going to go here. Once you're logged in and you refresh the page that you're on, you will have this nice bar up here. And if you don't have the bar, you do have a link here that says edit this entry. So, but there's this button here that says edit page, so that's the easiest way. I usually like to open it in a new tab. So I've opened up the edit page. So there we go. I've got my page that I want to edit. You see About Our chapter. And then we have a subtitle about ChickTime Canyon Lake. We have our text. This yellow box is the video, and there's the rest of it. So this is the edit page. This box is where you edit your stuff, sort of like a Word document, just not nearly as robust, but you can do stuff. So there are two ways to edit in here. You can do it in visual mode, which is what we're in. It sort of looks like it does on the website, sort of. Or you can do it in text mode. And if you click on that, you'll see all of a sudden you get all this code and it looks a little bit scary. So this is all HTML, and then you can see it does have the title here about ChickTime Canyon Lake. and it has the rest of our content here. So if you know how to do it this way, go ahead and do it this way. If not, visual mode is fine. So within here is basic word processing. You can click on stuff and you have all these icons up here that do different things. So I can bold, italics, and if you hover over any of them, it will tell you what it is. So strike through for that one, underline for that one, and they all do different things. I won't go through all of them, I'll just go through the important ones. The important ones are bold, italics, which is pretty easy, and then your alignment, so you can make something center. So if I want to make something center, just highlight it, click center, or right, or left. So I'm going to leave it as center, like that. And then one of the important ones here is the link. So if you want to add a link to a page, to something on the web, it's fairly easy. You use a word or a picture, and you highlight that word or picture. You click, then click the chain link here, put in your URL, and the URL is that big address thing at the top of your page. So this is the URL for this page, so I don't want to link there. I want to link somewhere else. So I'm just going to do google.com. And this, you don't have to fill that out. You can make it open up in a new tab or window. Add link. So now all of a sudden you can see it's center, or it's purple and it's underlined. So that's that. I'll show you pictures in a minute. One little tweak you want to know about this system is new paragraphs might require a couple enters or returns. So new paragraph is there. You can see it looks farther down, but once we see it published, it'll look fairly normal. So I hit enter or return twice to get down. Let's say you're writing some content and all of a sudden you want a new paragraph. Just put your cursor at the beginning of whatever you want the new paragraph to be and click enter or return twice, and there you go. If you do it just once, it'll be essentially a line break. Okay, so you'll see the space isn't as big here, but you'll see once I publish these updates a noticeable difference. So that's basic text editing. The other things we have on this page are a video and a picture. Let's do pictures first. So to insert a picture, you want to put your cursor where you want the picture to be. So I'm going to put it right underneath the line break. And the main button here is this one at the top left. It's called Add Media. When you click that, it brings up our media library, which is essentially just all of our pictures that we have on the website. So if there's something here you want to use, feel free to use it. It probably doesn't apply to you, but they're there. What you probably want to do is upload your own file. So we've got media library, and we also have a part for uploading files. Ta-da! So you can click select files. What I want, oh, I don't know what I have here. Something from my desktop. That's good. No, that won't work. I don't know who that is. There's a screenshot. Well, this guy looks nice. Let's put him up. He's a plastic surgeon in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Okay, so I just selected that, opened it, uploaded it. All right, so now this gentleman, Dr. Greg Ruff, is in our media library. Now we have selected him. We can come over here, and there are some options. We can have a caption if we want. We can fill this out. if we want, this is the alt text. That just shows up when the image for some reason doesn't load. So I'll put Dr. Greg, and we're going to align it. We want it left, and we want it to link to nothing for now. We'll change that later. And then size. We can choose the size right here. I know this size is far too big for the website, so I'm going to go down to medium. 430 pixels is probably too big, but we will try it out. So I'm going to click insert. There we go. Okay. So he inserted. Now, this is clearly far too large. So what I want to do is shrink it. So the way you do that is click on the image and click this little button in the top left corner. And here I can make it significantly smaller. I'm going to go down to 60%. I'm going to have that still left. Here I could fill out a link somewhere if I want. That's one way to do it. There are many more advanced settings for pictures. For example, these might be useful. You might want to add a border. So I'm going to add a 10 pixel border. So I'm just putting in the number 10. And I'm going to click out of there. And once that happens, you can see, oh, I have a black border. Okay. So what it does is it creates the code for you. So this is border 10 pixels solid black. So I want to make it white actually. So I can just type in white, and there you go. Now it's white. And I want some more vertical space, 10, and I want some horizontal space, let's say 20. Okay. Now it's nice. It's got lots of space around it. The rest of these you don't really need to worry about, but I'm going to click update. Okay. Now he's kind of moved my video over, so what I want to do is probably get my video over. So I'm going to put my cursor right by the video and hit enter a few times till it goes down. Now it goes down. Now I can write some content here beside the picture. Okay, and I can keep going down and wrap around. He's still a little large though, to be honest, so I'm going to even see if I can shrink that even more. There we go, that looks much better. Alright, some extra spaces, going to delete those. Now, I can also link him by clicking that and filling out the link part, or I can click on him and click this link icon again and link him to Google or wherever you want to link to. Add link. Okay. So I've made my beautiful changes, which are very ugly, I know, but I think you get the point. I want to preview them before I publish them because I don't know what this is going to look like. So there are two buttons over here that are important. One is preview changes, one's update. Update, this one will make it live, and we don't want to do that. So what I want to do is preview changes. Click that. It opens up a new tab for you to show you what your changes would look like if you published them. So wow, okay. So I got my picture in there. It's got the border, content on the side, so that worked out nicely. I've got this center here. That's good. Got a new paragraph, some content. My spacing doesn't quite look right, so let's go back here. Let's add another line break and just see what that does. Oops. I clicked update, so I just made this live. Sorry, Laurie. I'll delete this later. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to look up at the live page so I can go back to the page and click refresh on my browser. So that's not working. Alright, so I just came across one of the very common problems that we have on this website for people, and it took me a while to figure out how to fix it. But basically, sometimes you make a paragraph and it doesn't seem to work, or it doesn't seem to stick. It keeps going back up to just a line break. So how to fix that? It's definitely an issue, and I'm not clear on what the real problem is, but what I did, so I tried a bunch of times just to click return multiple times, didn't seem to do anything. It would always just go back to the line break after I clicked update. It would just go back up. So the way to fix that, if you're having that problem, basically what you need to do is go into the text mode. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to find this part here, new paragraph 2. So I'm just going to copy that. Now I'm going to click Command F to find. You don't have to do it, but you just need to find where it is, and you can find where it is. So I found new paragraph 2, so that's where it is. So what is normal is it looks like this, right? So here's your paragraph. Starts with the P, the bracket P, and then you can ignore this, and then it ends with this closing bracket with the little slash in there. So anyway, above that, what you need to add is a little piece of code, and what it is the ampersand NBSP semicolon. And what that stands for is non-breaking space. Kind of a strange word, but that forces a space into the text, and you can click update. So once I did that, then I was finally able to get a space in between the paragraphs. So that's a very strange problem. I hope to have that fixed at some point. I don't know when that will happen, so until then, non-breaking space will work. Alright, so that is basic text editing. We got your picture, you got content beside the picture, that's all fine and good. Let's talk a little bit more about pictures and quickly how to add a quick gallery. So I'm going to go back to visual mode. Let's say I don't actually want this here, so I want to add a gallery, and I want to add it right here. So again, I click add media, and then instead of just uploading files, we can go create gallery, and we can upload a bunch of pictures just like we did, or we can select from the gallery. So I'm going to select these 6. I've got them selected. You can just click them, unclick them. There we go. So I have those 6. I'm going to click create gallery. Alright, so it creates my gallery. These are the pictures, and we can reorder them. So I want this guy to go over here. I want this girl up here. And here's something important. We want the gallery, we want it to link to the media file. If we don't go to the media file, we won't be able to click on any of these pictures and it won't work. So there's 3 selections. Don't choose attachment page, that doesn't help any. And don't do none. We want media file. And this you can select. I'm going to keep it at 3. And random order if you want, but I'm not going to. So insert. Alright, so it inserted this gallery here. You can't see it until you actually put it on the site. So I'm going to click update and go back to the site. It was still saving, so here we go. Yeah. So here's our gallery. It works, and I click on image and it goes to the image. So hooray. So that's how to add a simple gallery. Let's talk about videos quickly. You can do Vimeo or YouTube. This is a Vimeo one. I'm going to show you YouTube, but it's really simple. What you want to do is go to YouTube, find your video that you want to add. So let's put this car review on there.
Create your own.
Pause that. Alright, so every video on YouTube, if you click on it and play it and then scroll down a little bit, you'll find this share button. When you click share, it gives you a link to the video, but what you really want is the embed. When you embed it, then we can have it on our site. So when you embed, you can set the size. You can choose from their options or set your own size. So I'm going to keep it at 560 by 315. Alright, so and this is the code you want, so I'm just going to copy it. And then I'm going to go back to our page. And I want to put in, instead of this gallery, I'm going to delete this gallery. I'm going to put in a video. Now I just made a crucial error there. What you need to do is the code can't go in visual mode. It has to go in text mode. So I have to find where that is. Here we go. Oops, wrong button. Paste. Alright, so I pasted that code in there right underneath where it says new paragraph 2. I click update. Come back here. We'll wait for it to finish updating. And refresh. Okay, cool. So there you go. We have our new paragraph. We have a video that works. I'm going to pause that. Content, that's all good. Now I'm going to, before Lori sees any of this, I'm going to delete all this. So this is this, all of this. Okay, update. Okay, couple more things on the pages. You can make stuff private. I'm not sure why you'd use this, but Lori asked me to tell you. There's probably some reason that I don't know about. But basically, you just click on the page. You can make it any page password protected. So if you want to, for some reason, have something private, you can enter your password here and click OK, and it will save it as a password protected page. So that's helpful. Let's see. Your pages should have, this should already be set up for you. So it should have your parent page as your main Canyon Lake or your main page. If you screw something up on your page and you want to fix it, or if you don't know how to fix it and you just want to get it back to where it was, we have revisions. Now if you come down here, scroll down to the bottom, you can see all the times that Tobin Penner updated this video in the last hour or so. Okay, so yeah, I updated a lot. So what I can do is come at any time and click on one and say, okay, I want it to look like this one. And you can compare the two, and it shows you what the changes are, what the differences are, and you can restore this version. Now I don't actually want to, so I'm just going to click back. But that's a good way in case you mess up a page by accident. It's a good way to get it back to the way it was. Alright, so that's pages. I think that's pretty much everything you need to know. Okay, and then the other part is posts. So posts are for your news page. So let's go back to our Canyon Lake News. Alright, so you can see we've got March news, February highlights, February news, and the interesting part is we can click on any of these and get them separate. So they're all separate posts. So you can come to the post page. We have 332 posts from different people. You can see the authors are all different. All the categories are different. So what we want to do is add a new post for our page. So I'm going to call it new test post Canyon Lake. Here is my contents. Okay, and we can do all the same stuff. We can add a photo just like before. So I'm going to add Mr. or Dr. Greg Ruff. And then, so let's say I'm done with my content. That's great. This is very important. You need to have the correct category selected. Now your category is going to be here in this list somewhere. It starts with the state, so find your state. I'm going down to Texas. Texas, there it is. Now I gotta find Canyon Lake, starts with the C, there it is. Okay, so that's what you need. If you don't select that category, it's not going to show up where you want it to. So select the correct category for your chapter and then click publish. So again, I'm making this live. So hypothetically, if I did this correctly, it should show up at the top here just above March News. The newest should show up first. So I'm going to refresh. And there it is. So this video is here all the time at the top, just stuck there. So, but here's my post. Great. So I don't actually want that, so I want to. I don't want it published. I want it draft, so that that way it won't be published. And I will delete that later. So for now, it should be gone. Those are posts. That's pretty simple. Let me see, what else do I need to tell you? I think that's everything I wanted to tell you. Okay, good. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.